Na me ado me hoye. And then enya planki, enya kofi, the chief. Hey. Me go down.
So, when I was that
a simple question maybe sir. Ebia say this.
Oh, me feeling tia. Me say me feel chief. Me feel chief and as me. We will be a udimu mama.
I don't see give you be dimu hara. They are say
we are na meje.
Because okay chief here. There's a really no
me wa beji.
Ah no. It's my and then Monday is a gentle, calm Monday because most of the stories are things that we heard before, but a few details any about the now. Before I go on, let me say a big thank you to guys normal supporting on Twitter. I think it's almost a very good job.
Sure.
ACL more Charlie. I don't mean maybe fee D, but then ACL's name comes up easily into Munina, especially Barca phone there. Twitter on Amazon Mojifa, but Chelsea for them tomorrow. Let's say a big thank you to all of them, and of course Facebook, all the social media handles. More I'm supporting. I want to say a big thank you to you, Rich. And now she Euros final, maybe.
I did.
Now supporting England and now.
Sure. Oh, some do him say.
Because I'm
England.
Because I'm supporting England and man, and I was very happy. I was very very happy. I said England and man to me winning on penalties, and. Now Utie Andia, he spoke about Wigham, the coach of the Three Lionesses of England, and how we're winning Euros, no, with Netherlands and then England from 2022 then 2025. But only it was a repeat of the World Cup final. As Spain and Manche. And this time I was excited that England won. I think it's a man football, no. A year you're totally dominated by at the club level, Barcelona Ma. To an extent, sometimes Abia Lyon and Ma, these two clubs usually dominate because Chelsea come and try say, run with a Ma UEFA they struggle to when they get the semi-final, final, any other. So seeing the English women winning the Euros and man, I was very very excited. But on top of Mundo Deportivo, up top. He spoke about the derby of Abrantia friend Rooney Baggy and Abrantia your friend Marcus Rashford. Very, very good derby for both of them. Maybe I have said it. And I think that is going to be how the season unfolds for Rashford. He looks like you're very hungry. He looks like this season, he will do everything possible to chase success at Barcelona. And Barca essentially ever platforming as a player to get the success that he wants to get. A certain picture on Twitter. Now Rashford Abba touchline. Now Hansi Flick then cast out to the coach. You could tell that Hansi wants to build a good cordial relationship with him. Because Rich and Pepe, when your players are almost struggle from the clubs that they are coming from. What you have to do is that you make sure that you pamper them or guide them. No fatherly love, no. Although a may strict, but then also fatherly love and directs them to do their job well. And I think say, Saudi any idea Barca phone they do it well. Even look at the story of Lamine Yamal, party no kokoye. You listen to what Juan Laporta said, and as soon as Juan Laporta can presupposes a father or be supporting him regardless. And sometimes as superstars, that is how they have to be managed. And Uti Juan Laporta no, the other party the one could be. Telling you that there is absolutely nothing wrong with an 18-year-old there celebrating a birthday. And most of the reports in England on Marcus Rashford is talking about the fact that now Obe living a low life because the luxury cars near the idea of Manchester, he will leave it behind and then ride Barcelona Cromwell with a regular car. I think Marcus Rashford will have an excellent time. Our team, your friend of Barca, and then 2 days ago, I brought a Barca for a bomb game against Vitesse Kobe. It was an excellent game for Abrantia, your friend Marcus Rashford, and I think that was interesting. Rich, have you heard that Joseph Guardiola has waged into the Lamine Yamal conversation? There are two things occurring in that interview that I'm interested in. First of all, Guardiola says, "Oh yeah, Barca." And then you are thinking that you come back and coach at Football Club Barcelona. So the story was nice, was exciting, was beautiful, but upon such chapter he has closed it. I think that I like Joseph Guardiola and how he manages even the club selections and when he picks these clubs. Because Rich, Yeah, Guardiola a year of Barcelona. No. If he goes back, it means that he has to win more than a sextuplet. He has to win treble and win more in a year. Such trophies now 2009, 2010. Sunny team of David Villa, Pedro, Messi, all of these guys that conquer Europe. I remember the climax of that final against Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United. Rich, it was one of the best that you could ever see. In fact, obviously that's the best Champions League team ever. I don't know who best Champions League team ever, but for a lot of people, that is the best Champions League team ever. Maybe as we go on, we'll look at the other teams now at the Champions League, you know, and we'll discuss which of them and the best ever Champions League winning team. But Pep say he agrees with us with analysis on Lamine Yamal. It's only I am a dream, me say. When you say that Pele or Maradona is the best player ever, oh yes, yeah. And it's the consistency of Messi and then Ronaldo is unheard of.
That's uncle for minutes, no me.
But the consistency we talk about them is in a 4-year interval. See, you go World Cup, you are almost both of them. Their best times were the World Cups. Yes, you talk of Maradona and talk about Napoli. Look at the records and look at the number of years Maradona stayed at Napoli. Go to Santos, where Pele stayed there for a very, very long time over there. But outside of Brazil, what does he have to show? But I'm talking about two players who have been consistent, scoring 20, scoring 30, scoring 40 each season for almost 15 years.
Football na competition is na the biggest is the World Cup. This will be called World Cup, every World Cup or excel. It tells you that it's a player. Or super
great. Anything I miss out.
Super. Obey as I can say recency bias. If you are Mama Maradona, Ma Pele, when you have opportunity to watch Ronaldo and then Messi, maybe I'm this uncle.
No, anything I make us say. Some of one arguments, no. Mini problem.
Okay.
I respect it. I don't agree, but I respect the argument. But for me, what Messi and Ronaldo are, you know, and Pep say, for Lamine Yamal to even be compared to Messi, you know, a blessing. It's a man confirm for sending Fanny Messi in common, and a 15 years a Juma, a body of work for 15 years, and a can want him. So when you talk about Lamine Yamal and Lionel Messi, I say we need to watch Kakra, and we'll see how our deal will go on. Rich, see, I think I've spoken about João Hato. Now, Chelsea for Baby throughout the weekend, I'm asking me about the updates on João and Yadi. João has made it clear. In fact, this weekend, Como Kappa, I asked any Como boy, no, one movie. Okachi asked Amsterdam, say preseason matches, no, or more. Because there's a possibility so bet me a risk injury. Onya engineer be na Chelsea ne kwana akoye diama no. Now at age 19, he believes that this is a big opportunity for him to go to a bigger club and then go and do whatever he wants to do as a player. I've said everything about João Hato. Technically one of the most empathetic players I'll be there at left back. So when you think about João Hato, think of Nathan Ake, think of Josko Guardiola. So players no bet me at left back, or bet me as a left sided centre back, or bet me as a CCB. But Obon say as an overlapping and lapping CB, so bet me a Jumana Mano. Think about them. These players are technically very, very good. Now, for me, what sets him apart as a player, for me, and the 1v1 ability. When say they behind me didn't come on, I tell you about the P4P players, the pace and power players in terms of wingers. No, which so Ukoshia Obi to say Vinicius Junior on a good day, Ushia Mohamed Salah on a good day. You as a centre back, you should be good in all metrics of this discussion in terms of as a left back. So only need really inside because some players don't go inside or don't go outside or be in or be out. Are you good 1v1? Can you read the game well? Are you physical enough to understand those dynamics of winning a ball for such technical players? No, that is where João Hato falls in. And essentially as a backup to our branch friend Marco Cre, and who's a David Austin, Fabrizio Romano, and the likes are reports and say the deal essentially is coming to a close. And yet, small difference in evaluation. Somewhere around 34 million at Chelsea, they call in euros for Branche Furniture. What they want is in excess of around 40, 45 thereabouts. Some name Branche Furniture Hato to come to Chelsea Football Club. So, I mean, it's going to happen. He looks like he's going to be Chelsea's next number 11. And two Dutch players. And Omunina deal, straight up into the pipeline for Abrantia friend Xavi Simons. It's a sin. I know that definitely the deal is going to go on and it's going to happen. I didn't come on about the possibility of what João Hato gives you on the ball. Rich, say what joining us on Facebook and you want to have just a small glimpse of João, the ability in terms of an extra centre back. Say Obo Echira say babe back three. The build up ability. Just watch this. Rich, João and Omo in UEFA games, I think it's a Europa League last season. Now, I don't know Kita ball no has, he gets onto the ball, calmly manipulates play at this point in time, or pay space. So he's not forcing the ball to get out of his feet yet. Immediately he finds the space, he plays it through. Or very good in build up, very good 1v1, and technically one of the best players that he can get at his age or honor. I think that he's going to be very, very important. All of this came as a result because now Chelsea for now have made good profit on Abrantia Furniture Felix. See, people hardly say it, but whether you like it or not, Chelsea are the best-selling club amongst the top 6 clubs now in Europe. It is clear. The data is there for anybody to see. Say you're top player, ni just can go bottom.
More sporting narratives na there.
Omo ya de ache.
They are doing.
Omo ya de ache na hu na na hu. Omo ya de ache. Hu na na hu.
This is in their top notch.
Omo start here ya ache. Squad building ye nye bibia.
They are low.
Na low na say nkakra aka. Na say nkakra aka.
No, odi be je no nyima komo we.
Low men.
To aso ni nkona low ye diska.
Low men aka wanse.
Yes di pa no kosua de bra. Wo de ba aba.
Low men aka wanse.
Bu play dey low no mo ko.
Loan Ben account.
I find when you permanent deal my to total place.
Maybe
that one you bomb baso.
Loan Ben account.
By Jai previously the enemy
Ian Matson or Coluna na. Now the loan player no ko this kind.
Has our mode share house on Villa for any.
You see, that is not a problem of
yours. Young
media may say Chelsea phone are doing excellent job.
Hotel baso kra man
you hotel kodua Unimirika.
Enye na me boma baso yi ena me say
wa baso ni say
omo sporting director say
enye say ya say
twa mo push omo ya de
enye say o ya de owa enye wo na wonji nti na enye mo na baso kwa o ya de simple e ma me say say o ya de
say me kan kre
David
previously na no mo nya de no mo nya de
enye no kre
say no mo nya de na say mbo
previously no o ma ya de adwuma na no mo ye no
any low no
yes na player no o Marcus Rashford you see and sometimes a do side I don't get how you do this analysis.
How many times he plays loan?
How many years has Jadon Sancho not gone on loan? And then you come here one video say no how many years
no reason to loan and then proceeding and coffee
na just the end of
the baso asa wo mpe no problem is there
say
Mr. say mo sporting that they are doing well.
And say asem fa caveat to home.
Mate.
Omo ya there simple.
Amam for ton 75 mo dey 30 we dey dani ba. Ade.
1 ton 75.
Ago I Luis Diaz.
How ton is saying?
Liverpool ton is ma Bayern.
75.
75.
Ena till to.
Mo dey ya de enkofo ko ayi Saudi Arabia. I'm a cranny 50 bi.
Okay.
Now Mudi 30. 30 na add-ons. Oh, massa.
Now the Luis Diaz and add-ons in count.
Add-ons.
Now Luis Diaz 75 and add-ons in count.
Oh, add-ons in the film Akase.
Asema okay.
Add-ons in the film Abeka say any
no problem. Say ubedi add-ons.
Asema na okay.
Ubedi add-ons on.
We mu na business yen ni omo nkomo na ja mo de loan.
Liverpool business men why in terms of player sales. How much has Liverpool sold this summer in terms of player sales? Then what turns the players? They
are buying the best players.
They are buying the best players.
Oh, planet.
No team. Liverpool your rival. Liverpool Chelsea rival. Your rival.
Maybe one here in West Ham no.
Only West Ham again.
Who's your West Ham game?
Wait, me be say on the to once. Relax. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Luis Diaz what is saying?
I feel the age.
Me be say what send me to once.
I feel the age.
You see, me ko baby me be say what send. Obia and you Chelsea player has make coach.
Football is not about age. Ball now, boy. You age.
Michelle. You cannot discuss transfers without age. It's not. Don't say that. Maybe sir Luis Diaz what he say. Unsa. Unimama producers in Pema.
The football age no sir.
Okay. Luis Diaz and Marcus Rashford in and around the same age. the same age.
Yeah.
Luis Diaz, I can't 2 years when a contract so. Was just 29 goals in less than 100 Premier League games. Let's say in and around 100 Premier League games.
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford, I said
100 to all 28.
28.
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford 27. Inside because they're in and around the same age. Then Marcus Rashford was over 100 goals in 200 games Premier League. I can't 3 years. Who did not Cologne or Basa? Ama to relax. You see, this is who was set a preamble. They be set a preamble. Near the amount, then you lose it. Now, but all those have to lose Kofi. So how come Luis Diaz will be in 75 now? Marcus Rashford, when you grab it,
Marcus Rashford, the sick Kasama performed because of Manchester United as a club.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
What they perform?
And then on the perform. On the perform. Marcus Rashford last season.
The Rashford I share no Manchester United. Aston Villa.
Senior, relax.
We
move on. Me so sure as I me move on. My so sure point me move on. Me see. Marcus Rashford last season, 11 goals. Luis Diaz 13 goals in the Prem.
And on the Liverpool.
And you're not the J. Salah and the J. Luis Diaz. You're Luis Diaz. And you're Liverpool. J. Senior Bacon.
And Salah and are you saying on record say Liverpool Premier League number J and Salah J?
Mankasa.
Okay.
Also not the J. A tree now. That tree can mean that he was the main guy. One of the main guy.
So or J.
Meaning
or a part of the
main guy. At the end of the day, you mismanage Marcus Rashford. That is the point I want to make.
Oh, Kofi. I only said say. Say Sporting Director, they are doing very well.
They are doing a good job. And structure. Some of them have left. You don't talk about that. And can you Chelsea your first Sporting Director? And that Sporting Director say, oh, come on, be analysis the dossier. But in your case, you don't talk about that. And nobody has 75 million for the same player. On the saying Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford has more Premier League pedigree than him. Meanwhile, you in your case, you are making less.
So I didn't share issues now around.
So you see
how they compare with this Luis Diaz.
These things.
Why are you doing this?
It comes back to buttress my point.
So
understand that in transfers there are issues around it. That's why we do analysis. But you see. And then the old idea, a banner bone club, mamma, I'm credit or Kofi ever bound club.
I was PC, and yet the man
one over, and I'm in church was in him. That's all.
I quite hear his ground US region on the moon. At the 2000 against West Ham. Oh, now United branded here. Madrid compared to no. The worldwide brand of Manchester United. Manchester.
Yes.
Too big.
Yes, no problem.
I can't resort to too big. Chelsea, no. Friendly match, keke 82,000.
Oh yes. Brand wise, United is bigger than Chelsea. No problem. But you ever see a Chelsea?
Oh, Kasaya have respect.
David.
Matter. Put some respect on the name.
Ukofi na sebe o of us asika cry say won so of us no say of us so etimika say of more fast why are there? Now be say o tie of us so mi wa wo of e wasi ahwe wo si ani kakra won wo fast in the sense most scatter dia need intinya to wasi kakra why once the Luis Diaz deal is done there, it has opened up for Brentia your friend Alexander Isak to go to Liverpool, and Diana Nana Kwame Musruni and the Adrian United will come through. Alexander Isak could be a Liverpool player. As we know, Victor Gyökeres is going to be a player for team and friend Arsenal. I think whatever I want to say about Gyökeres, I've said. I believe that Arsenal number one was Sesko, and Gyökeres probably was the second choice. But I read an article from The Athletic that is telling me that is confirming what I felt. When you see Benjamin Sesko agent, after so many Arsenal for them pay sooner call back to Arsenal catch him. Oh, he is willing to reduce the commission of as agents. Say the better price and total packaging for normal to play. According to them, Andrea Bata told them point blank, said they are going with our branch friend Victor Gyökeres, and they won't turn to our branch friend Benjamin Sesko. I think that's a good deal for team and friend Arsenal. They have a striker. I've said it. Striker will be 40 goals plus Ibiano. You don't have to underestimate them. I think that he's going to be successful. And if Arsenal phone a team your branch friend Eberechi as a Catinoa, Charlie, Rich, imagine Arsenal with Eberechi as a Noni Madueke, Bukayo Saka, Kai Havertz, Martin Odegaard, and then they add the quality of Abrantia, your friend Ebrechi, as to the team. Which a very, very, very interesting part with Abrantia, your friend Benjamin Sesko, also adding to the pack on it. And then Monday, I mean, you say a man no crown, but me face you on Nyame Adoma as the week goes on, night transfers no a movie will come back. So just before I go,
well, I am not here.
Are they?
We know. We say there were differences there. Who Chelsea or Manchester United. But me poasem. And I dear back open hammy.
Okay.
FIFA Club World Cup now, my gender, a shame pass.
I ain't that.
My name no me managing yama.
Okay.
And no power of fast, my banam to go fee. Your team, most sporting director, they are doing very, very well.
You said now, CC.
Because and I think the man say, or more yard, yeah.
Me say,
Massima Mikakan, what you mean, you
pay oh Bonabaswa. Bonabasu say, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, you
a fan or more, you might
be, Miss Low. Ni say any pen
because can you know send a loan and no
there be
now they are selling them
general work of the sporting directors omo adwuma sporting director say na 2 years ago go farm west
but body am dem omo
na me kan ti omo ye adwuma no
on say the way I say who throw me under the bus I'm a Chelsea for na be so me na
me throw under the bus say
and it's not good e ba sa no mo omo twem so owia
na retina and of professor your hose na we nipa we ni a good person
there be ti
as on pega say say
anya sa why are dem na me yawo
ayo ya ba
serious me bo mpani fu abaso wajima no esi boni mai e Facebook obi a say me meeting be ko relegate as me bon abaso
o ade a
and na me bon abaso dia wonka
there be na who put a glass house Richardo
don't throw stones here I understand
team okay what Cologne na Jerry Sancho by 3 years ni there be a Cologne
problem no yes onimbo no there's a problem
but we are not talking about
for the same
we are not talking about the football of this place we are talking about the problem in your club
okay yeah wrap it up and who could be a chain
me the last thing is just that this weekend Yenina has Ghana for you and Assembly.
Charles Kojo Fusu.
The passing of is rich in but me you know police reserve or takade na me papa our business be or honum na and you man no bo every time na me papa come o tina si bia me say that o say that luba o baby na Kojo Fusu no me papa na friend kwabna kwache ni we ye friend kwabna kwache asho it means me you know me tie you ni bia na me dey asho me di Kofi Asante asho it was a good time na and you marriage say o ye young person me nkai obi aya na say abra o papa free mu no na when you fika kra one thing you can never move on from that song I the lyrics of that song
is serious.
I remember 5 years or so ago I went in him Rich ne ababe du fie ababe ye na DJ Z bomb makramo the lyrics Rich Nyame
true legend.
Yeah, I mean Eugene tried to be on Twitter and I rephrase it and tweeted it again say Brunin entity and Michael Jackson. And the size crying.
Jay-Z money. David. Now, Kojo dear. Serious. Legend to say no. Kofi Nanka, Kojo Nanka, so a philosopher.
Yeah, top notch. I'm Kwanoma.
You so that's it. Nah, best man goes to Empire and Sumrana, Yen Trudge Medini so, and from Amin Shawanzo 4.5 Monday edition.